Welcome, everybody. I'm Michelle Mariscal, and I am your host today on this day, December 26th. And today we'll be looking at the Alba Madonna, and we're going to move right into hearing from our dear Tess Parker. So Tess, thank you so much for being our speaker today.
Thank you for having me. So speaking of the Alba Madonna, I was blessed to see this work after the conference we just hosted, the national conference in Washington, D.C. After this Enkindling Connections conference, I had a day off before flying home, and I went to the National Gallery with Mary Stewart Adams, and we're just walking around. We had a short amount of time, and we walk up the stairs and just turn to the left, and there she was, just right in the middle of it all, in a very unassuming place, just at the top of a stairwell, and we beheld this beautiful Raphael. So I'll put this on the screen now. So what I'm struck in this image here is the vitality and the movement. Some of the other Madonnas are more still and contemplative, and this image really shows a lot of engagement with life. And I woke up, it seems that we've all sort of had these words that we wake up with. So today I woke up early and had this phrase come to me, to ground the spirit. So I feel like that is really at work here. So she's holding this book, and her fingers placed right, showing this activity of really holding one's place, but then being directed elsewhere. And I find that this can often happen where we're preparing, we're studying, we're gaining wisdom, and then we're also struck by the spirit. The spirit moves us to pay attention, to show up. And to me, that really feels like this moment when love enters in, when wisdom becomes action, to kind of hold this space of preparing and yet also letting the present moment speak, with also a nod to the future. So I also noticed this cross, and it just kind of, to me, it looks also like an ordinary shepherd's staff, something to hold in one's hand and walk the earth. And that to me has this feeling of both the sacred and mundane at work here. So again, like this divining rod of bringing the spirit down into earthly life. She's very active. Her foot, I remember noticing it when I saw this painting in person, gazing at her foot, and it's really active. There's this sense of being ready to spring into action, to enact one's vision for the world. And not only this action, but this gaze. There's a lot here that comes to me through the gaze. Both Madonna and child are seemingly gazing off into the distance, and the older child is gazing upon them, almost in reverence and almost in a sense of learning, beholding. To me, I take this a couple of ways. As one synergistic organism, I see it almost as there's a part of oneself that's in self-reflection. So there's a part of oneself that's looking outward, and then another part that's looking upon that which is looking. That makes sense. This feeling of different aspects of the whole and where the gaze is placed. And also this sense of really learning from one another. So the reverence in perceiving both a vision, but also perceiving somebody else receiving and being a vessel for wisdom and love. This awe of this older child looking up, it just feels like this. He's really looking at this modeling of love and beingness through observing how one is a vessel for what can be brought down. And yeah, to ground the spirit within all the activity. There's times in our lives where much is happening. We're doing our work, we're studying, we're preparing for that moment when something is called to come out forth from us. We might place our hand in the book to receive that inspiration to be in that moment. And I just want to bring in at the end here Saturn. As Brian Gray mentioned, this image is connected with Aquarius, and the rulership of Aquarius is Saturn. And this is also connected with the limbs and the metabolic system. So I really feel this circulation and movement coming out from the heart space and animating action in the world. Saturn also has this ability, this way of creating a framework, a structure, through the hard work, through applying oneself, through tangible and practical deeds, creating a structure for love and wisdom to fill and enact through the limbs. So just this real receptivity of having done, prepared the ground, laid the work, and then leaving oneself open through that preparation for inspiration, vision, and a real eye for the future. So this is such a beautiful image, and I am grateful to have been able to work with it. And I think I will guide us now into our contemplation time. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Tess. And I will let everybody know when our 5 minutes is up. All right, as you hear, the chimes are ushering us back to the screen. All right, and we're going to move to our, sorry, everybody's popping around. Let me find Corinne. All right, so we're gonna turn off the chimes, although they're beautiful, aren't they? And we're going to move to our Eurythmy, and our Eurythmist who will lead us today is Corinne Horan. Thank you so much for being with us, Corinne.
Yes, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Corinne, and today we will be going through the I Think Speech Eurythmy exercise. So we can all stand up, and we will go through the exercise 3 times. And as we move our legs, we can try to feel like we are firmly connected to the earth. And as we move our arms through the positions, we can feel the air around our arms. And we can try to feel that our arms are filled with light and clarity and intention. So we will begin. So the arms go straight out. This is the I Think speech. And now the right foot steps and we go up to the throat. I speak. And the left. And now we go down to the heart. I have spoken. And a big step. Reaching, I seek for myself in the spirit. Now the top of the head, I feel myself within myself. I am on the way to the spirit, to myself. And letting your arms go all the way down to your sides. And we'll do it again. I think speech. I speak. I have spoken. I seek for myself in the spirit. I feel myself within myself. I am on the way to the spirit, to myself. And one last time. I think speech. I speak. I have spoken. I seek for myself in the spirit. I feel myself within myself. I am on the way to the spirit, to myself. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Corinne. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so let us celebrate this day, December 26th. I see it is on the calendar, beginning of Kwanzaa. So let me get us unmuted and we can wish each other a beautiful day. Hold on. There we go. Now you should be able to unmute and say hello and goodbye and see you tomorrow.
Hello,
Things in
everyone.
big.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you.
Merry
so
Christmas,
much.
everyone.
Hello,
Jody and
Thank you. See you
Michelle.
tomorrow.
all the special.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. That was wonderful.
Merry
Happy Kwanzaa.
Thank you. Thank you.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Thank
Thanks,
you so much.
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Have a wonderful day.
Yes, have a beautiful day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you,
So
Michelle.
good to see everybody.
Au revoir.
Thanks to the group who put all these lovely, interesting presentations together. Thank
Right.
you.
Mm,
Right. Yeah.
Thank you for warming the space.
You
Bye, all. I know,
all
see, we don't want to
warmed the
leave.
space. I know. Thank you so much.